Hello, this is Mike, NoStressMike.com, and we're talking about part 3 on how the body works. And now we're having you turn over so you're face up. Now, remember, I'm explaining all this as we're really in much more detail than what I am on the video, because, like I say, I can show you these points, and we're going to find out why these points are like they are after we turn you over, if it's other than the kidneys. So now you're face up. Now when you're face up, what I do is start on the feet, and then go to your knees and get all this all fixed up, and then go to the pelvis, make sure that's right, and then I'll go up and check your lungs. There's lung points right there, and the lungs might show up if you're smoking. It may or may not show up. But remember, we were talking about the kidneys aren't working. So if the kidneys aren't working, you're probably going to have a lung show up because it's got fluid in it. It can't drain the fluid because the kidney on that side isn't working properly. So that's going to make that show up. So in other words, you can tell a lot of diseases, a lot of problems show up way ahead than you know about it. I mean, before that, we know it's coming. So, but anyway, so we can check the kidneys, and then I'll check the heart. I can check the thyroid. I don't normally, and the reason is that the thyroid, and this is something you can ask your doctor, ask him how the thyroid works. Does it work continuously, or does it kick on and kick off and kick on and kick off? And then, because remember, when the medical people check your thyroid, they do it through a blood test. So I want to know, when they're doing the blood test on you, are they doing it when the thyroid is working or it's not working? And if they tell you, well, it's when it's working or when it's not working, or they tell you it's working all the time, or any of this, whatever they tell you, it doesn't make any difference other than how do they know? That's where they get messed up. They don't know. This is part of the procedures. They just do this stuff. They don't know how the body works. They don't understand any of this stuff. So that's why they're going to give you medicine when maybe your thyroid is not working for a reason, So, and there's things you can do to fix the thyroid, and these are things that we're going to talk about too. But anyway, so we do the thyroid, then we go down to the heart. We check the heart, and most of the time, the heart will show up when some ribs aren't quite right. And when the ribs aren't quite right, it puts stress on the heart, the muscles and the lungs and everything right there in the chest cavity. And then your blood pressure will go up or it will come down. So that's a symptom of the ribs. And that's maybe 95% of the time. Once I fix that, well, then your blood pressure will stabilize. And blood pressure isn't like, they try to put everybody, your blood pressure needs to be this, and it's not. Each person is different, so it's going to kind of change. And so there's everybody's blood pressure needs to be a certain amount. It doesn't work that way. It changes through your age, and I'm sure there's other things that does it too. But anyway, so then we've checked that. Now I can check the spleen, the pancreas, and then the what do you call it? Colon. Then I check the colon, and with the colon, I'll check the colon going down. I can check the colon going up. I can check the going across, transistus or something like that, going across colon. And if there's some blockages in the colon, that's going to be more of maybe not enough water, maybe there's some kind of obstruction, maybe you definitely need to change your diet. But this is what I'm saying. I'm going to find it, I'm going to poke it, and you're going to feel some discomfort. And the reason you feel discomfort whenever I'm poking on spots is it's swollen. That particular spot is swollen. and when it swells and then you press on it, it hurts. It's kind of like, my elbow. It doesn't hurt, but blammo, I hit something hard with it, and it swells up, and then, every place I hit on it that is swollen, it hurts. So that's why when I push on any part of your body and it hurts, it's swollen. And that's what I'm saying. So when I'm checking your colon, I can find that, push it, and it's going to hurt, and that's why. It's swollen. Something not right. And then we'll get back to that. And then I'll check the liver. And then the liver, there's different tests I can do with the liver. And you're going to believe me. On all these things that I find, if it's not right, you're going to believe me. I guarantee you're going to believe it. And then, so we'll check the liver and see how that's going. Why? Because the liver makes bile for digestion. So if it's not working right, then that's it. And the cholesterol thing, that's a misnomer too, because the liver produces cholesterol. So yes, you can eat high cholesterol food, but also your liver produces it. So when your cholesterol goes up, the question you should be asking is, why is your liver producing so much cholesterol? And we'll get back to that too. But anyway, so then I'll check the gallbladder. And then the gallbladder, it has a tube going from the liver to the gallbladder. The gallbladder stores the bile. And then when you eat, then it drains from the gallbladder. It goes from another tube going in to dispose of or to put the bile in for the digestion. Now, if those tubes get twisted or gets a kink in them, something like that, then the bile won't go through. And the way to fix it, and the way to fix a lot of this stuff, is cupping. Cupping will, I can do cupping on somebody, and I can manipulate that organ using cups. I can move that organ around, and you can tell when I'm doing it, you can tell that the organ is moving. And so I'm moving it to try to get those kinks out, or if it's twisted, I can get all that all straightened out. And the thing is, medical people would love to cut it out. Insurance will pay for it. It's about a $10,000 operation. And the doctor makes money off of it, and the insurance says, well, look, we just helped somebody. And they didn't. They screwed you up. Because now the rest of your life, you won't be able to eat properly because you won't have the bile, because your gallbladder stores the bile and releases it. Now you won't have that much bile anymore for digestion. And you're probably going to get fat. That's what happens when you lose your gallbladder. And for sure, you're going to have to really watch what you eat. No greasy food. I mean, it's going to be, it's a challenge. But I say, the cups, you can put it on, the thyroid, you can put it on the lungs, on the backside, you can put it on the gallbladder, what do you call it, liver, the pancreas, there's things you can do. There's a lot of things you can do, and you're going to get immediate, I don't know how you call it, results. Yeah, immediate results. It's not like you have to wait and wait and wait. No, I mean, you're going to find out that's going to be the thing, because we're making it work. We're giving it circulation and this type of stuff. So, and then like I say, and as I'm poking your organs, if it hurts, well, it's swollen. It's not working right. And so then we'll do all that. And then when we finish up, and then while we're doing all this, I'm asking questions, because I need to find out what you're eating, what you're not eating, what you're doing, what you're not doing. And these are the things that are going to put you in the health that you're in at that time. And then then when I finish up, you're on your back looking up, and then I'll go on and sometime through that I'll check your jaw, because maybe the jaw's not quite right. I can check your sinuses. But then I'll finish up with the neck. That's the last thing I do. And then with the neck, we do that, and then you're done. And then we'll set you up, And boy, you're just going to go, wow, what is this? And what it is, I opened all the blockages in chi, the energy in the body. That's what I'm doing in the first place. I'm looking for blockages of the energy, and then I treat that blockage, and then when I do, it opens, and then we go to the next one, and the next one, and the next one. There'll be over 200 spots that I'm going to check on the body and fix and open them up. And you're going to notice it. And then, but like I say, if you make lifestyle changes, diet, and something you're drinking, and you know, stuff like that, this stuff, you're going to get better. And you know what to look for. I'm going to let you know what organs you need to start looking at. And that'll tell you what kind of herbs and vitamins and what kind of other treatments you're going to be needing. And a lot of this stuff you can do for yourself. I like to do husband and wife because they can take care of each other. But there's no reason to have pain and discomfort. And you should be in good shape. But when you allow yourself to be in lousy shape, it's just going to get worse and worse and worse. And so anyway, I explain all this when I do the treatment. And it's very interesting. I've done it in front of like 200 or 300 people. It's like a stage show. I mean, everybody gets entertained on that because I hit a spot, and then I'll say the symptoms that come along with it, and you'll see everybody, and everybody gets these same symptoms, and then I'll go to the next one, and the next one, and the next one, like that. So it's very interesting to watch. And like I say, when I'm doing it on expos and stuff, man, you can always tell where I'm working because there's a ton of people standing around. They're just watching and listening and figuring out what's going on. And but anyway, I just wanted to. This is a very small bit of what's going on, but as I do the treatments, I explain so you understand each one of these things. You understand what you can do about it, and you understand what you need to research about to find out more. But anyway, this helps people take personal responsibility over their own body. This Mike, NoStressMike.com.